Hello everybody, my name is Tratnos and welcome to my Great Vault video here on the first reset after Mythic came out. So a lot of potentially good stuff in here. We'll start off with the Druid. So last week I ended up taking a socket on this character because there was only hero track gear in the vault. Socket's pretty good. I don't actually have anything to put the socket into yet. Could find something out of this vault here. I have two Mythic vaults, like Mythic slots in the vault, and then one +10 slot on this character because I did most of my keys on a different character that we'll see later. But this is pretty likely to be my long-term main for the harder fights this tier. So definitely going to choose whatever is the best long-term upgrade here. You see I accidentally already had opened this vault, but I didn't look, I promise. So we have Myth Track Shoulders, which upgrades Champion Track Shoulders that I currently have. That's potentially very good. We've got a Cloak. Now this is the wrong Cloak from the raid. If this was the very rare, that would be very exciting, but it's not that. It is a big eye level upgrade, but I don't think this is going to be as good as the shoulders are here. And I could still upgrade myself with normal, heroic, or mythic very rare cloak. There's a Swarmlord's Authority. I already have one of these, so we're not considering this. Then down in these rows, we could put hero track shoulders or helmet, so definitely not taking those either. There is a Myth Track Harvester's Edict, which I don't think is a trinket I'm particularly interested in. And then the Delve Rose, there's a Detachable Fang, actually not a bad single target damage trinket, but I think it's a pretty clear maw of the Great Links here, moving from 3 heroic 1 normal tier to 3 heroic 1 mythic tier. That's a big upgrade, and there's no danger that the Mystic token is going to be light on shoulder needers, so I'm pretty happy just taking this right now. There'd be some argument for waiting until Reclear was done to take this, but I'm pretty sure we have a lot of people who need that particular type of token on this armor type, or that, tier token type, so grab that. That's now a good place for me to dump some Gilded Crest into. You'll notice this character's only 615, because last week we kind of realized I wasn't going to use this on Brood Twister. I've just been hoarding. I haven't made any decisions about where my Gilded Crests are going to go yet, so I got to figure that out at some point before Kaiveza Prog, where this character will probably be what I'm playing, potentially as the only tank on that fight, so it may be a weapon. I'm really going to try and loot a weapon from the raid. That would be really big. Otherwise, I'll probably end up crafting one this week with the Enchanted Gilded Crest, but that's a problem for future me. Okay, I'm actually going to update my Warband position here, so I have my characters kind of in order of importance, because here's my DK. This character is what I'm using on Brood Twister, so it's actually more geared than my Druid right now because we sort of panic geared it last week. It was already pretty geared. I was expecting to maybe need double DK for Brood Twister, so this character is 619 coming into this reset with full sockets as well. I took a socket out of my vault last week and put it in Hero Track Helmet, and then I also full upgraded, like all good Hero Track slots, to 626, crafted a weapon. Yeah, this character's pretty good. There's a couple of slots that could be upgraded from M+ still last week. I ran a lot of keys last week. Didn't see Necklace. Didn't get to keep like a ring or anything like that, so auction successful as well. That's good. 145 gold. No big deal. Yeah, so we're looking for something probably from the M+ rows. I'm going to stay on DPS loot spec because there aren't really good tank trinkets from the M+ season this time around. And yeah, I guess just big Myth Track slot. Okay, so we've got a belt, but I already have a socketed belt. We've got a Verse Crit ring, potentially kind of exciting. There's also a Mad Queen's Mandate here. This is a good trinket, but it is on the hero track. This is a good trinket though, but I don't think I would use this for Ovanax. We've got a cloak, a Mastery Haste cloak, which upgrades my PvP cloak. The stats are a little bit less good. Verse is mostly what I'm looking for. I think I'm going to just... Well, the problem with this ring is that I have Leech on my existing rings. So I would have to replace one of my rings with Leech with this. That doesn't seem as potentially good. Although Leech has been kind of underwhelming on Ovanax. You see I've got a lot... I got like 5% Leech. It's not actually doing all that much of my healing. So I could just replace the Champion Track Verse Mastery ring with this Verse Crit ring. Mastery is better than Crit, though, defensively. Like, Crit is not a particularly good stat. This could be better than the Verse Haste ring. And then I could upgrade the other one up to 8 out of 8. So I'd be giving up 905 leech for that. That's probably good. The cloak is maybe good. The cloak is a bigger eye level jump, and this also gives primary stat. Makes my secondaries worse though, but it doesn't make my tertiaries worse. Also, it would be cheaper because rings socketing is not an inexpensive endeavor. All right, well, we've talked enough about this decision, and I can't decide yet, so I'll make that decision sometime before raid, probably. Try and make my guy better. Let's move on to my monk. So now my next 4 characters, actually only 3 of them have anything in their vaults. My DH didn't do anything last week. My monk just did heroic split, so we've got 3 heroic rows. I don't even think there's going to be a delve or open world row. If there is, it's not going to beat heroic raid anyways. I've got a new weak ore, by the way. I went on Twitter and I asked for a weak ore that reminded me to bank my warbound items, and somebody made one, which is sweet. I'll put a link to it in the comments if you want to go grab that yourself as well. Pretty useful reminder. Okay, here we go. Loot spec. So we're going from the raid, so Brewmaster's probably fine, because Foul Behemoth's Chelicera, or whatever that is from the first boss, is probably pretty good. Okay, so we have tier gloves. That would be normal to heroic tier gloves. We have one-handed mace. I'm not really interested in one-handers for this character. I'd rather just have a two-hander, because that's easier. That's, you know, less work. Or there is speed boots. Verse Mastery speed boots. I think I'm going to go with those. I could catalyze any gloves into these, right? Any hero gloves. Plus, I ideally would like Mythic in that slot. But speed is cool. These stats are pretty good for Brew. Yeah, bang. I guess I could have waited on this until after I did split on this character, but, you know, this is like an alt that is probably not getting used. It actually maybe is. Like, I haven't actually done any... I haven't made any decisions to prioritize short-term over long-term on this character. So if we ever did want a Brewmaster for stuff, it's actually in a decently good spot, right? I would just have to farm up my Gilded Cap and figure out where to put those two, but... it's not inconceivable that this could be used depending on what Brewmaster looks like on, say, Ansarek. We could do a hot swap onto this thing, so it is good that it's staying, you know, somewhat maintained. Obviously, it would have been better to have done some keys last week on it, but limited amount of time. Those keys I thought were better on my DK. Okay. My warrior did, I think, just 2 bosses of heroic, so that we could set up a lockout with the first 2 dead for this week, which we may or may not actually use, because those first 2 don't really have good loot, and then the 3rd and 4th boss do have good loot, right? They have the very rares. So I'm pretty sure we're just going to be taking a singular item from the raid here. Kind of whatever it is. It's got to be good. Yeah, we have a vault open. Loot spec prot, that's probably fine. Love a shield. Okay. Hero track shoulders, upgrading veteran track. And I have 2 charges of the catalyst now, so would feel pretty comfortable sending one of those on a hero track piece on this character. And not bad. Not a bad outcome. Guess I could just equip that right now as well. It's just a straight up 1-to-1 upgrade. It's got that good Mog too. I think that's DK tier Mog for this tier. Yeah, pretty nice. Okay. Let's see what we've got on. So my DH doesn't have anything. Don't know if my Paladin has anything. We're gonna find out together. It might also not have anything, in which case this video might be over. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Probably parked near the inscription table because this is my inscription character. Maybe there's some good work orders. Some treatises. Only 100 gold. I don't get out of bed for that much. Nothing in guild. Okay, yeah. Get out of here. Yeah, I think there's a decent chance this might be a bait, actually, because I can't remember doing anything on this guy last week. Bank my woo items. Okay. Actually got some upgrades in there by item level. Yeah, okay, nothing in there. Alright, so there was nothing on my Paladin or my DH. All good. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope your vaults were good as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.